What is up, Pokefans? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and this is Season 8, where we climb the rank ladder to hit the Master rank using a team that we built from scratch. Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hoping that your weekend was good. Mine was good. Had a Discord day with the fellas, and we did some more Delphox raids to help them catch their version of Delphox. And we were attempting to do an Arceus four-man squad. I haven't caught mine yet, so unfortunately it wasn't available at the time, but we did do a good job with the Pokemon that we had. And then we also filmed the podcast on Saturday where we discuss shiny hunting on Scarlet and Violet, the NAIC turnouts, like different teams, different Pokemons, and like the winners and all of that. So it's a lot of information that we're going to be delving into there. And then we are finishing up with the Master Ribbon Challenge, which my buddy John is going to be running. And we get a little bit more clarification of what he's looking for that challenge, which is a very interesting challenge to say the least. I'm hoping that he has a lot of fun with it. So we'll jump all into that on Saturday. We're not going to get into it now. We can spend all day talking about it, but you guys are here for Pokemon battles. Like, I know that, you know that, so we're going to just focus on that. So a couple of things that we've done. We had made changes to Urshifu. Urshifu went from Choice Band to back to Mystic Water. This way we have access to Protect in case if like Dragonite decides to come out and do his thing, and yada yada yada. We all know Dragonite and me don't really get along right now, but he might be replacing Garchomp because Terra Normal Extreme Speed is really hard to pass up. While I do love Garchomp, it doesn't do a lot to withstand the toughest attacking dragon in the game. But I also might change him back from Jolly to Adamant, because the fact that while Jolly is really helpful, it puts him above like Chi-Yu in terms of that. But again, we've got Fluttermane still in the game. We've got Chien-Pao still in the game. We still have Regieleki. I think Galarian Moltres was able to outspeed Garchomp. So that's something to consider. So there might be a sudden change later on this week for Garchomp being completely taken off, or just change to do a little bit more attack, because we could have knocked out that Golden Go on Saturday, but we didn't, because it just barely hanged on. So yeah, so there's that. There's all the changes that I have for you. It's little changes, but it's still changes nonetheless. Let's go ahead and get into our matches for today and start ruling them out. Let's go. All right, our match is ready to go, and this is an over-apparent Trick Room team. Okay, so we got Indeedee, Armarouge, Ursaluna, Torkoal, Hatterene, and Lilligant. Now Lilligant, I don't know what they do now, because that's Hisuian Lilligant and not regular Lilligant. So I'm going to quickly look that up as we are just kind of glancing over the screen here. So Hatterene is obviously going to be set up for Trick Room. Lilligant is grass fighting and gets access to all of its normal stuff. So Chlorophyll, Hustle, and Leaf Guard. Neat. Okay, and Leaf Guard's not bad. It just needs to be in harsh sunlight to negate all status effects. Anyway, so what do we do here with this particular team? Ursaluna is going to be a problem with Facade, but we do have answers with it now because we've got Fluttermane. I think we'll run in with Tornadus Urshifu, who we recently just changed, Garchomp, and we'll have Fluttermane in the back. That way we can take out Hatterene, and we could swap into Pokemon that is going to resist Facade right off the bat. And also we do have Pokemon that do have Protect. So if we do have to run out Trick Room, we can. We just have to make sure that we do it correctly and not. So Lilligant and Torkoal comes out. Hisuian Lilligant, do you get after you? She does. She does get after you. So right now we do have to worry about that. So we're going to taunt Lilligant because after you is not priority. And we're going to Surging Strike. Well, actually, we don't have to taunt. So we could just do Rain Dance instead. Surging Strikes into Torkoal, and that should knock it out right away. They're going to Terra. Is it the Lilligant or the Torkoal? It's the Torkoal. And it's going to be Terra Fire. Okay. So as it stands right now, they're the most strongest team on the field. But I'm going to Rain Dance to shut off the weather. So now Chlorophyll doesn't activate on Lilligant's side. After you doesn't do anything. Well, it still does because apparently it's faster. But Eruption shouldn't do a whole lot. We'll see. It does not because rain. Now Surgeon Strikes will go into the Torkoal and will knock it out in 2 hits. Good boy, Urshifu. And this is where he really shines. So now that we shut down the sun, we still have to worry about Lilligant over there, but it's not going to be that big of a deal now. Because now we could swap out Urshifu for someone else that's going to do a lot of damage to Lilligant. Here comes Hatterini to now deal with like the Trick Room type of thing. We're not going to taunt Hatterini though, just because of the fact that it's most likely going to have Magic Bounce, and which taunt would then hit us. We can still taunt the Lilligant because after you still hits. We're going to Terra Water Search and Strikes into the Hatterini. Because Lilligant still goes fast, and after you still hits all the other Pokemon. So taunting it will make it so that that doesn't happen, but it could still use other moves. Still has access to like Giga Drain, Energy Ball, Entertainment. Entertainment's actually a really good move for Lilligant. It makes the Pokemon's ability match their own, so a Torkoal build, if you want to do that, it's Entertainment that to make it Chlorophyll, gets doubles the speed, and all of that other jazz. So we'll see what happens. Lilligant fell for the taunt. It can't use after you because of the taunt. Surgeon Strikes, Terra Water into the rain, into the Hatterini. Gonna knock it out, 2 hits. Woo! There are automatically 3-hit crits. It's really hard to combat against that. And I'm literally just knocking out everyone that's right next to Lilligant. Now Lilligant can't do anything because taunt. So if it's only status stuff, Lilligant's in trouble. Entity now comes out with Psychic Surge. And it's gonna get Seeds. Seeds. Psychic Seeds does come out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use Bleak Wind on both. And Surging Strikes. Actually, we're going to protect. We're going to protect Urshifu. This is probably like the better idea that I have. Is Indeedee is going to use Follow Me, which is totally fine. Surgeon Strikes is going to go into that slot anyway. Bleak Wind Storm, 100%, but it drops the Lilligant down to its Sash. Because they are so frail. I love Lilligant, but they're so frail. And Lilligant uses Close Combat. Okay. So, because of this, I'm going to use Bleak Wind again, and I'm just going to go straight for the Surging Strikes. Because Bleak Wind will hit before... Oh, the battle is canceled. Never mind. Not bad, guys. First match of the day. We got a W. Let's go. All right. Our next match is ready to go. We've got... Ooh! Amoonguss, Hatterini, Iron Hands, Cresselia, Enamorus, Therian form, and Skeledirge. So Enamorus is really interesting. I think that Therian form has Overcoat, and if that's the case, it's going to be very difficult to do anything to Enamorus. So it does have Overcoat. So Overcoat protects Pokemon for weather effects and powder moves such as Sleep Powder, Poison Powder, etc. But weather effects such as like, I mean, Sandstorm, that the chip damage is no longer viable. Thankfully, I don't use any of those moves, but it's still really interesting to have to note that the Therian form is there. So this could also be another Trick Room team using Cresselia or Hatterene. So we just need to be careful about that as a whole. I don't really have anyone that's poison. We're gonna bring Garchomp though, because we're gonna need to be able to take out their Therian Enamorus, and Garchomp's the only one that could do that. We can also use him to take out Skeledirge, and we can also use that to take out Iron Hands. Iron Hands has Fake Out, so we need to keep an eye on those. Ooh, is that a shiny? I will say this though, I wish Game Freak kind of did things differently with their shiny Pokemon. Like having some sort of like changes is terrible, like realistic changes is better. Okay, so what can we do here? We have Fake Out pressure from Iron Hands coming from either coming to Tornadus or Urshifu, but we're gonna taunt Cresselia and we're gonna swap. Oh, I don't have Fluttermane with me. That's fine. And I'm gonna protect with Urshifu. That's what I'll do first, because he's probably gonna Fake Out into Urshifu. Fake Out, Urshifu, called that. And I'm gonna taunt into Cresselia, which it might have a Mental Herb. If not, it's gonna wish that it had. And it does. Okay, so it took off the taunt. Uses Trick Room. Neat. Okay, which is why, folks, this is why you do stuff. Now that Trick Room is active, we now need to play the more waiting game. We're gonna activate Leaf Wind. I'm gonna swap Urshifu for Garchomp. I'm assuming that either Wild Charge or Thunder Punch is gonna go into that slot. Urshifu isn't going to really take a whole lot of damage from Drain Punch unless fighting's weak against itself. Wild Charge will go into the Thunderous though, which will knock him out. And Cresselia is going to do Psychic. It's going to do a fair amount, but not very much. We're going to switch over to Chien Pao now. And we're doing this so that we can take advantage of our Pokemon with Protect. Because we're going to need to now run out the clock for our Trick Room, which only has 3 more turns. So we're going to Protect on Chien Pao and on an Earthquake, which isn't going to hurt the Cresselia because he's got Levitate. But I am going to hurt Iron Hands quite a bit. They withdrew Iron Hands to bring out Enamorus, who is not levitating, but now I have a reason to go into that slot. Psychic, now hit Garchomp again, does about half. Will not touch, or Earthquake on Garchomp will not hit Chien Pao, or wait, doesn't affect Enamorus? What do you mean? Oh, he's flying. Oh, yep, that would answer that question. Now Enamorus' speed is incredibly slow, right? So the Therian form's 46, the regular form's 106. So that's good to know. Okay, we're gonna Sucker Punch into Cresselia, gonna Terra Steel, Terra Blast into Enamorus, so it should knock it out. Cresselia gets retreated. Skeledirge now comes out. Good calls for the switch-ins here, but I'm going to Terra. Getting Cresselia out means that I am able to do a little bit more with my Pokemon, but Skeledirge now coming in doesn't mean, it means that it can't attack for this turn, which is totally fine. May Terra into Fairy though. Sucker Punch will fail because Cresselia has swapped out. Enamorus does Dazzling Gleam, which isn't going to hurt me a whole lot, but it is going to hurt Chien Pao quite a bit. break it down to its sash. And Terra Blast should now knock out the Enamorus. At least that's what I'm hoping, because the defense drop should be enough. And it is. And Garchomp lost a little bit of HP with that. Sent out Iron Hands again. Okay, they've got one more turn of Trick Room, so I'm just going to go ahead and protect on both. Because that's the best option that I have. The thing is that next turn, if I attempt to Earthquake, it's going to do a lot of damage to Chien Pao. It's going to knock her out. So I just have to do something to set myself up for success. Drain Punch will go into Garchomp, which won't do anything because it will protect. And Torch Song will also do nothing because of protect. But it went into the Chien Pao slot, so that's good to know. Okay, Twisted Dimensions return to normal. We're going to Sucker Punch into the Skeledirge, and I'm going to Earthquake into everything on the field. They're going to Terra, so Skeledirge is probably going to turn into Terra Fairy or Terra Water. It's Iron Hands, and he's going to turn into Terra Grass, so now I can't put it to sleep. Just totally fine. But Sucker Punch will go off on Skeledirge and knocks it down 2/3, almost a quarter. Citrus Berry will come in and rescue it to bring it back up to about 70%. Earthquake now comes in and does a lot of damage to Skeledirge and Chien Pao, knocking them both out. And we'll probably knock out my own Garchomp because he is kind of low on the HP value. He still lives, but here comes Drain Punch, which isn't going to give a lot of HP back to Iron Hands. Rough Skin will do a lot more, I think, because Drain Punch only gives you half the damage that you've done, and I think Rough Skin does about like an 1/8 or a 1/10 or something like that. It's kind of like a minute number. All right, Cresselia now comes out on their side of the field. Okay. So this game is all but lost at this point. Trick Room is going to be activated by Cresselia. Iron Hands is going to hit me with Wild Charge. It's going to knock out Urshifu. He does not have Focus Sash, Focus Band, or anything like that. So I'm just going to go down swinging and hit Cresselia with Surging Strikes and see if I can knock it out. Nope. Won't even get it to a 1/3. There's a 4th. 2/3, not bad. I shouldn't say 2/3. It's like I did a 1/3. But here's the Wild Charge that I stated, and Urshifu faints. Game was over. Okay, we've got our next match ready to go. We've got Garchomp, Hawlucha. Ooh, Alolan Raichu. That's interesting. Pinchurin, Iron Bundle, and Hariyama. Okay, so we've got a little bit more, I want to say viability. This is going to be very interesting. 3 of these Pokemon are going to be really, really fast on their side of the field. So I have to be very, very careful of how I plan this out. So Alolan Raichu gets double speed if the terrain is electric, I believe. Pinchurin has Electric Field, which gives an instant boost to not only Alolan Raichu, but Iron Bundle, freeing them up from having Quark Drive as a thing. But Pinchurin is also incredibly weak, and we still have the Fake Out user. So we're going to bring in Tornadus and Fluttermane, Chien Pao, and Urshifu. We'll leave Garchomp in the back for now, because I don't necessarily know what Raichu is going to do. It might blind as well, which makes it harder to hit. No, it's Electric Psychic, but it does have Surge Surfer for its ability, and doubles the speed and electric terrain. Okay, it could have Lightning Rod, but that's its hidden ability for regular, but Alolan is just Surge Surfer. So right now it gets doubles its speed. I'm going to go ahead and Tailwind. And I don't think he gets Fake Out. Glowing Form, level up. I do not see Fake Out, so we should be good to swap into someone else. But we'll Shadow Ball right into the Raichu because he is Psychic. Tailwind will go off. Doubling my speed here. Here comes the Shadow Ball into the Alolan Raichu. And will get knocked out, but saved by the Sash. Discharge, which will hit everything on the field. Tornadus will live just barely with 10 HP. And Zing Zap will take out the Flutter Mane. Okay. Neat. All right, so now we'll just bring in our friend Chien Pao. And we're now lowering the defenses of the Pokemon in front of us. And I'm going to go ahead and just Ice Spinner the Pinchurin. And I'm going to Bleak Wind Storm on the Tornadus. Raichu will protect, which is totally fine. I'm not here for you. I'm here for the Pinchurin. Ice Spinner is also going to take off the Electric Terrain, which is going to weaken your speed advantage. Bleak Wind Storm isn't going to do anything to Raichu. Please hit the Pinchurin. It does. Thank you. Pinchurin, you've been knocked out. Thank you for playing. Discharge, though, is so hard to deal with. Oh, well, now we have Discquake. Great. Now we have Discquake. This is going to be neat. Ice Spinner right into the Garchomp because he's ×4 right now. Now he can Terra and get rid of that ×4 weakness and then end up something else. And they are going to Terra. It's not going to be to the Alolan Raichu. There'd be no reason. So it is going to go to the Garchomp. Are you Steel, Fire, Water? Steel. Which means this Ice attack isn't going to do a lot. Neither is the Wind attack, but that's okay. Ice Spinner will now go into that slot. About a fourth. Rough Skin will now pop my stash, unfortunately. Bleak Wind Storm is going to miss the Raichu, which is also very unfortunate. But if Discharge comes out now, it's going to hurt Garchomp a lot. It did hurt him a lot. Is it enough? No, but it did hurt him a lot. Is Chien Pao paralyzed? Iron Head comes out from... Oof. Oh, he was paralyzed. Wow. How lucky were you? So now all I have is Urshifu. Neat. And I have not used my Terra yet. Terra, Water, into Raichu. He's going to protect, though. God dang it, I didn't... Oh, no, he's going to protect. If he protects, he guessed. And he gets a free attack on my Pokemon. Come on, don't protect. Don't protect. He doesn't protect. Okay, good. I'm gonna one-shot the Raichu, because Aqua Jet says I can. And Iron Head will now go into that slot. Which isn't gonna do a whole lot to Urshifu. And my Tailwind's now gone. Oh boy. And Hawlucha now comes out on their side. We're going to close combat the Well, no, actually, we're going to close combat the Hawlucha. Because right now, Garchomp might be scarfed and isn't doing a whole lot of damage to me. Iron Head suggests that he's scarfed. Surging Strikes. And we are probably going to take out Hawlucha. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. All right. Pokemon hit 3 times, took down Hawlucha. So now Garchomp is going to take a close combat. Is it going to be enough? It is not. Here comes close combat, which is super effective against Garchomp that is scarfed. Rough Skin will come in and just barely lives. Oh man. Thank you, Urshifu. You won me the game. Just imagine if that was Choice Band, guys. Like, I'm so glad we swapped now. Alrighty, our next match is up and ready to go. We've got Regidraco, Regieleki, Goodra, Hisuian, Jumpluff, that bug I can't remember, and Scizor. Okay, this is a very weird assortment of Pokemon that's in front of us. So how do we deal with this Pokemon? Well, I think that we do our best to do what we can. Okay, so Jumpluff is interesting. Why was a random Jumpluff here? Unless I don't see a Sunsetter. I also don't have fire Pokemon to deal with Dragon Steel. We'll come in with Fluttermane Tornadus just to put immediate pressure on top. Actually, yes, we'll do that. Then Garchomp and Urshifu. We'll bring those two in. I was thinking about bringing in Chien Pao, but I don't know. It would have helped like quite a bit, but I just don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like I could. Hopefully we get the read here. Oh, okay. All right, 2 shiny Pokemon. Let's go. Both of these Pokemon are shiny. We do have Bullet Punch though coming from Scizor. But we need to do Break Wind and swap this Pokemon out for... Who are you knocking out? This. That random bug to the left. Or to the right, I'm sorry. We're going to bring out Garchomp. Because Bullet Punch is going to knock out Fluttermane. It doesn't live. It does not live. So it's not even worth doing half the time. All right, so they're going to Terra. And it's going to be the Pokemon I can't really name. What is it? Nimble? Probably. I don't know. It's Bug. Terra Bug. That's neat. First impressions. It's another priority move. What the heck? How does that ever knock out Tornadus? What? Bullet Punch comes in after that. That's fairly a decent amount of damage. Rough Skin will now pop its whatever it's holding. What the heck? First impressions. It never did that. Like, how is a Terra Bug knocking out a flying type? It was not even effective and it still knocked it out. What? That's insane. All right, Urshifu, come on out. Let's see what we can do. Certain strikes. We could do a little bit more damage to that. I kind of want to see what Garchomp could do though. Not very effective against that guy. Not very. Okay. Well, what happens to Terra Steel? Nothing. Okay. So we're gonna Terra Water. Surging Strikes into that Pokemon, and Dragon Claw into Scizor. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage, but it's what I could do. They will swap out that Pokemon though to bring out another Pokemon I cannot read. Regieleki. All right, so Terra Water. First impressions. What does Nimble have that it made him like do that much damage? Dragon Claw into Scizor isn't going to do a whole lot. Surging Strikes. And I see Scizor didn't use his move. Oh, Regieleki's going to go down to Terra Water Urshifu. Let's go. And Scizor, what are you going to do? Close combat. Were you hoping for the Terra? Defense drops on Scizor. Rough Skin is also going to do a little bit of damage to it. And I also noticed that it's slower than Urshifu. So that's good to note. Very good to note. Shiny Nimble, I think it's called. We're going to Surging Strikes over there, and we're going to Protect over here. Maybe it's thinking that I'm Scarfed? Maybe? I haven't done any other move besides Dragon Claw, so it may think that I'm Scarfed. It's like, oh, he's easy attack. I'll just, like, first impressions, you know, knock him out this way. I want to see Nimble, though. If that's actually what he's called. Where are you, weird-looking bug? Oh, Low Kicks. That's his name. Oh, Tinted Lens. That's what did it. The power of not very effective moves is doubled. Sucker Punch will fail. Surging Strikes. Right into the Scizor. Ooh! Scizor is going down. Well, what about you, Low Kicks? What are you doing? Huh? Or did you do the Sucker Punch? Oh, you did Sucker Punch! Oh, okay. Surging Strikes on Low Kicks and Dragon Claw. Actually, can I swap? I can. Yeah, let's swap. Come on back. Because you're probably going to get Sucker Punched. And I don't want that to happen. So here's Fluttermane. Sucker Punch will fail because you did it on the Garchomp. Let's go. Surging Strikes will now go into red. Oh no, Low Kicks. We might knock it out. May not get it though. Oh no, it will. That will. Boom. Let's go. Oh. Now why didn't you use First Impressions again? Oh, it's like Fake Out. Oh, interesting. Earth Power to Urshifu from Regidraco. Isn't going to do a whole lot, but enough. Well, Searching Strikes. Nope, we're not going to make that mistake, even though that isn't a mistake, but we're definitely not going to make it. Here. Okay, never mind. Battle's canceled. Dang, I didn't know that about First Impressions. Neat. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a match here ready to go. We've got Tornadus, Urshifu, Heatran, Rillaboom, Cresselia, and Ursaluna. Sorry, had a little bit of a burp there. Okay, so it's kind of like a Trick Room team, but not really. Ursaluna would like benefit greatly from it, but I think the plan of action on their side is to maybe try to outspeed me or outplay me using Tornadus and Rillaboom. If I had to guess, that's what I would do. If I was in their case, I would bring in Tornadus, Rillaboom, Urshifu, and maybe Heatran, because I would resist a lot on my side. So how do I beat them knowing that information? I think Tornadus and Regieleki come in. Having Fluttermane in the back in case of shenanigans from Ursaluna, as well as Chien-Pao. As while we do get rid of Garchomp and having that ×4 to, you know, Heatran, we have Chien-Pao with Sacred Sword that can also do the same thing, and we do have Ice Spinner for Ursaluna and stuff like that. So we do have plays, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, Cresselia and Rillaboom. It's not what I thought that they would bring in, but still good nonetheless. Grassy Surge will activate. We're going to Break Wind and Protect. Rillaboom's probably going to Fake Out, and it's not going to be Regieleki. It's probably going to go to the Tornadus. Nope, it is going to go to the Regieleki, which we called. So we protect it there, so now Fake Out can't not be used. Break Wind Storm's going to do a lot of damage to the Rillaboom. Takes about half, maybe 60%. Icy Wind on their side isn't going to do anything to the Regieleki, but it is going to hit Tornadus quite a bit. When I say quite a bit, I meant 34 points, so an 8. Not so much, but since they're running Icy Wind, I can surmise that they're not going to be doing Trick Room. Because why lower my speed if you're going to be using Trick Room, right? It would kind of be hard to come back from that. So we're going to go... I could Terra Ice and go into the Rillaboom, which would be really, really beneficial. But I also have Bleak Wind coming out. So I'm going to Electro Web to hit both of them. It's not going to do anything to the Rillaboom, unfortunately, but it is going to lower down the speed and do damage Cresselia just a little bit. And Break Wind now comes in to knock out the Rillaboom and gets Cresselia less than half. So what item do you have, Cresselia? Is it Citrus Berry? Nope, does activate Trick Room. That's interesting. Why would you lower down my speed if you're not going to completely take over with Trick Room? That doesn't make any sense to me. But whatevs. That's what you want to do. Heatran comes out on their side of the table, which is going to take quite the advantage of a Trick Room here. So I'm going to Rain Dance. And Protect. I think that's what I'm going to do. It would be beneficial to try to wear out the turns of Trick Room now. And we're on officially turn 4. Unless it's only 4 turns. I thought it was 5, but I'll check after this. But Icy Wind will now go from Cresselia. It's not going to do anything to Regieleki, but it is going to do a little bit of damage to Tornadus. Again, why are you using that if it... Yeah, so Heat Wave comes out from Heatran. It's going to do a little bit of damage to Tornadus. And, okay, Life Orb. But the Grass Energy is going to let it go. Okay, so Trick Room has 5 turns. We have 2 more turns of Grassy Terrain and 3 turns of Trick Room. So interesting stuff here. We're gonna, it's swap, but anyone I would swap to would just completely get completely messed up. So I think Tornadus is a lost cost here. I think. Lake Wind and Electro Web. I was gonna tear up, but it's... Oh, no, it's still registered the tear up. Fudge. Oh. Oh, well, I can't do anything about it now. I like how it just registers and then not registers sometimes, but dang it. Oh, well. Oh, well. Something I can do about it. So, Lunar Blessing. 30%. So, it's a lot of HP back. Earth Power. Ooh! Neat! Heatran lost a little bit of HP, and I survive! Huh. And here comes Electro Web. Lowering down their speeds even more, but now I can protect next turn. And we're just gonna do this again, and I'm gonna protect. I lucked out. I had no idea that they were gonna do Earth Power. That's neat. So Regieleki now survives 1 more turn. Whew. It's like, I didn't predict that. I definitely did not see that coming. That was a total screw up on my part. Regieleki went all protect. Are you gonna use Lunar Blessing again? It will. I think Lunar Blessing only has like 8. Heat Wave. Which will knock out Tornadus, but does nothing to the Regieleki. Grass disappeared. And that means we have one more turn of Trick Room. So here comes Tian Pao. And Tian Pao will protect. And I will swap Regieleki for Fluttermane. I don't think Regieleki is going to do a whole lot to save me here. But they also withdrew Cresselia, so they have one less attacker to bring out Ursaluna, which is a terrible idea. That is a terrible idea. You only have one more turn of Trick Room. Actually, it fails this turn. That's a terrible idea. But it does save you for next turn. So Tian Pao will get saved. Fluttermane takes a little bit of damage. Not by much, but Heatran will lose some of its HP. Okay, so we're going to Ice Spinner into the Ursaluna. And we're going to just Moonblast straight into that Ursaluna. It's probably going to protect here, which is, if it does, it totally read me. Please don't read me. Please don't read me. Terra. Ursaluna. To water. Heatran will protect, so you did not read me. Moonblast. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. And here comes Ice Spinner. Not as much damage, but still a lot of damage. Headlong Rush into the Fluttermane, which is going to knock it out. Which is unfortunate, but you've now given me the thing I need to win. And the rain has stopped now. So now here comes Regieleki. You've now given me the tools I need to win. So Sacred Sword into Heatran and Thunderbolt into Ursaluna. Now you can swap Ursaluna or Heatran to bring out Cresselia. Ursaluna will protect. Totally fine with that. Thunderbolt into the protective Ursaluna. Sacred Sword to Heatran will knock it out. And Ursaluna is burnt. Now you're going to send out Cresselia. I'm going to go ahead and Ice Spinner into Cresselia and Thunderbolt into Ursaluna. Ursaluna does protect again, but it fails. Here comes Regieleki. Thunderbolt into that slot to knock it out. Now you might be trying to Lunar Bless. Like you had a pretty good thing with Lunar Blessing, but I think you only have 5 uses of it. So you're kind of in a rough spot. Ice Spinner into the Cresselia. Does a little bit, but Tian Pao is hit by the Rocky Helmet. I could have taunted you because you have Rocky Helmet. But here you go. Trick Room is active, so you're going to attack first. But you have to attack. That's right, you have to go first. I'm just going to protect. Battle is canceled. Never mind. Woo! And that'll be it for today's video, guys. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the battle so far. It seems that we have gone 4-1 this video. So out of 35 matches, we've won 15 and lost 20. We are getting close of beating our loss record, and we are officially in Ultra Ball. Hooray! Now we can grind out Ultra Ball until we hit Master Ball, and then we'll be in Master Ball in no time. Hopefully, I say, hoping that we get a couple of good matches in to bump us into Master Ball already. because it'd be dope. The changes that we made for the team seem to have worked really, really well. And obviously being really, really patient seems to be paying off as well. I should remember to do that and go, oh, wait, this is this, this is that. What do we do here? What do we do then? But I was not expecting Ursaluna to, or not Ursaluna, but Heatran to use Earth Power for Regieleki to survive. If he would have just did Heat Wave, Regieleki would have fallen and I would have been down to my Pokemon and it would have been a completely different battle. But since they swapped out Cresselia, the whole battle shifted. I'm not sure where it shifted, but it shifted. So it was really, really interesting. I kind of liked it, but as soon as they brought out Ursaluna, it's like, you know, I'm going to target into that slot, right? And it's not going to live for very long if I do that. Oh, guys, that was intense. That last fight was intense. All the matches were like that. So I'm glad that we pulled through and got the wins that we did today. So question comes off to you. After this particular win-loss record, what changes would you make for the team? Would you add a Pokemon? Would you take away a Pokemon? Would you add a move? Would you take away a move? Items, natures? Right now, I feel like the team is looking really, really good. Garchomp may change. Either nature, item maybe, or could be a completely different Pokemon just because of the fact of, you know, Garchomp does have a place in the team. He does incredibly well. It's just getting him teamed up with Chien-Pao at the same time is kind of difficult at times because I really like having Tailwind, but that doesn't mean that, right? So we're just gonna kind of keep an ear out to see what we should do with Garchomp. But he is honestly like one of my favorite dragon types. He's not the favorite, but he's one of the favorites. I do have a Dragonite that is built ready to go. So I'm just kind of like, when's a good chance to swap him out to something else? But we're going to see. Urshifu is definitely pulling his weight though. And I love that. Chien-Pao is also doing a really good job. So there is that. And Tornadus, even though he got knocked out by a first impression low kicks, that wasn't exactly his fault. Tinted Lens is broken, especially with first impressions. So that was interesting. I thought you could just use first impressions as a priority move. But no, it's fake out, but for bugs. It doesn't flinch you. So that's really, really interesting. I'm glad Slithering doesn't have this because Slithering, honestly, Nintendo, if you're listening, give Slithering Tinted Lens. People would use them instantly. A first impression Tinted Lens Terra Bug Pokemon that's stronger than low kicks is going to take advantage of that so fast. Just saying. But that's going to be it today. I have no more matches left in me today. So if you like the video, hit the like button. If you dislike it, dislike it. Leave a comment down below. I do reply to any and all comments that you guys leave. And subscribe. Don't go dark on me. Subscribe if you're new and hit the bell if you want to be notified when I upload again. I do upload 6 days a week. You guys will be seeing content from me from Pokemon. Monday through Saturday, I will be taking Sunday off and I'll be back to create more content for you guys at home. And if you want to support the channel, any of the things I just listed does help out the channel. Subscribing, especially. I want to try to hit 400 subs by the end of July and 1,000 by the end of the year. And I believe we can hit that number with your guys' help. That's it. That's all that I've got. Have a great Monday. It's the beginning of our work week. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, Tuesday. Yay. The semi-middle of the week. Have a good one. I'll see you then. Peace.